welcome to Mental Health Awareness and Wellbeing. In this session, we're going to be really going through an introduction to mental health, really important for managers and leaders, for everyone really, around self-care and well-being. My name's Ali Grady, and I'm delighted to be sharing this information with you today. So in this session, we're going to be talking about what mental health is. We have the opportunity to recognise some of those common signs of declining mental health and well-being in both ourselves but others. So maybe that's people that you work with, maybe that's friends, family. So the things that we're going to be talking about today are going to be really helpful for you in whatever role you play in life. We're going to be talking about something called the stress container, and really importantly as well, you're going to take away some tools and techniques to support your own self-care and positive mental health. I'll be signposting you to where you can get extra support if you need it. And as I said, there'll be some real takeaway tools for you to create your own wellbeing action plan. And you've got a workbook with you. Up to you if you want to take notes. Do what you will. Hopefully it'll be helpful to you. Okay, so is there such a thing as good stress? Can stress ever be good for us? What do you think? Or is it always distress? Have a think about it. Okay. Well, you might have seen a slide like this before, but really it's helpful for us to look at how stress can really impact our performance. And as many of you have already said, it is a little bit of stress, a little bit of pressure can be really helpful for us, because if we don't have enough pressure or stress, then we're in this sort of early zone around calm. Perhaps we're feeling a bit bored, and as the pressure increases, maybe we start to feel a little bit excited. But if we don't have enough pressure, ultimately we can be distracted, we lack focus, and often we're not engaged. So what we want to be aiming for is this piece in the middle, technically known as eustress, where we're focused, we're energized, and maybe we feel a bit challenged. Actually, it's good, it's motivating, it can be exciting. It's often when we're doing our best work, maybe we're said to be in flow. Perhaps we're being really creative and we're able to solve problems and overcome those challenges. And ultimately, what we want to avoid is tipping over into this area of distress where we can be exhausted, fatigued. Ultimately, it can lead to burnout. And as you can see from the slide, there's some really sort of quite nasty physical symptoms, headaches and migraines, high blood pressure, stomach upsets. Maybe you're feeling more irritable, having mood, feeling a bit moody, struggling to sleep as well. And those longer term, having those physical ailments longer term is not good for us. So we want to avoid getting into that area of distress. So for each of us, it is recognizing where our tipping point is and staying within that. But as we've already said, yes, a bit of stress, a little bit of pressure is good for us. We need to remember a diamond is a chunk of gold that has done well under pressure. So yes, a little bit of pressure or stress can be good for us. So we've spent a little bit of time talking about self-care and why it's really important, particularly if you're a manager, a leader, a parent, a carer, whatever your role is in life, looking after yourself is really important. And we often think of it as being selfish. Maybe we can't find the time, or it feels difficult to find the time. But ultimately, if we don't look after ourselves, sadly, no one else is going to do it for us. So something that you can use to help yourself check in on yourself each week is a simple wellbeing checkup like the one you can see on the screen. So it's, asking yourself questions like, how's your health today? How are you feeling physically and mentally? Thinking about your overall well-being. What's your lifestyle like? Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating the right foods, getting that good balanced diet? And how restful has your sleep been? Are you getting enough sleep? Also paying attention to your thoughts and recognizing if your thoughts aren't as positive as perhaps they might be, or you feel that they're becoming less positive or having unhelpful thoughts. So really keeping an eye on your thinking, and if you're moving much more towards sort of negativity or pessimism. And ultimately, it's thinking about your stress container. How full is it? We've already looked at the stress container earlier in the session. How full is your container? So thinking about yourself as a container each week and thinking about how full your container might be and what you can do to empty your stress container, and using those acts of self-care to be able to do that. If we can think about our weekly wellbeing checkup, you don't have to do it weekly, it could be daily. Find a frequency that works for you, then that could be really helpful. And this is a great tool really to share with your team as well. Maybe print it off, put it up in the loos or anywhere, the notice board at work, or have it on your pin board at home, wherever you're working, have it there as a reminder, and share with family, friends, colleagues as well, because we all need that reminder sometimes that we need to look after our self-care. So thank you everyone for joining us today. It's been great to have you on the session. I hope it's been thought-provoking and helpful for you, and look forward to hopefully seeing some of you at a future event. Thank you.